but stay just ahead of the predator to pull the predator away from its young. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Temperature is climbing pretty fast this morning. It's 44 right now, 44 degrees here at WCAB, and going to be sunny skies with very little wind at all today. Now let's get started with our reports, find out what's been happening in the past 24 hours around the county, starting first with the Sheriff's Department, and our own Sheriff Chris Francis is on the phone right now. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. How are you doing this morning?
Doing fantastic. Hope you're doing well, too.
I am. You make it sound like a heat wave out there. Of course, it almost is what we've been having.
Yeah, considering what we've had the past few days, it's going to feel almost like beach weather.
I'm looking forward to it.
By the way, before we get started, how's your dad doing? Is he getting better?
He is doing excellent. My mother had a 77th birthday this past weekend and went shopping with the ladies in the family, and Dad and I got to watch some high school football championships this weekend.
Oh, good.
And tell you what, just having him here, not thinking we were going to have him 6 or 7 months ago, it was a great day. So
real blessing.
well.
Yeah, it's great.
It certainly is. That was the best Christmas blessing I could have.
Absolutely. Well, tell us what's been going on in your department.
Jim, in the last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 98 calls for service. There have been 14 arrests processed in the county jail. Totally incarcerated, we have 177. Among those arrested, Christopher Jamel Joyner, 32-year-old black male, Forest City, was charged with failure to appear and received a $1,000 secure bond. John Lester Maloney, 40-year-old white male of Boston, was charged with possession of burglary tools, received a $25,000 unsecured bond. Braxton Kelly Atkins, 16-year-old white male of Ellenboro, was charged with failure to appear, received a $2,000 secure bond. Ellen Pegram Hoppe, 64-year-old white female of Spruce Pine, was charged with 3 counts of failure to appear, received a $72,500 secure bond. Lee Ann Zimmerman, 49-year-old white female of Rutherford, was charged with failure to appear and received a $3,000 secure bond. Robert Lee Scruggs III, 37-year-old white male of Rutherford, was charged with failure to appear and failure to comply, received a combination of cash and secure bonds totaling $5,471.57. Richard James Yates, 44-year-old white male of Rutherford, was charged with drug paraphernalia and received a written promise to appear. Kyle Alexander Whetstone, 24-year-old black male of Spartanburg, was charged with drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana, resist or obstruct delay, and carrying a concealed weapon, received a $7,500 secure bond. Sarah Elizabeth Odell, 24-year-old white female of Rutherford, was charged with failure to appear, received a $6,000 secure bond. In the instance, we had a larceny, Raleigh Court and Rutherford's, a Maytag washer dryer set valued at $199.95, 4 antique lamps valued at $400, a 20-inch TV valued at $150, and other various household items. We also had a larceny off of Ivan Trail in Bostic, where it appears to be a family member had stole the victim's checkbook in that instant. Jim, that's what we had to report today.
I do appreciate that, Sheriff, and you have a safe day out there. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Jim. Take care.
Bye-bye. Sheriff Chris Francis reporting in this morning from the Sheriff's Department. We'll get to the next call right after this. You know, when you need a plumber, you want someone with a reputation of getting right out to you and getting the job done for you the right way. That'll be Umstead Plumbing. Since 1973, the Umstead family has been serving homeowners and builders with the best of service. From unclogging a drain to replacing fixtures and appliances to remodeling jobs, their top quality work, fair prices, and punctual service has made them the area's leading plumbing firm. Eric and Chad are continuing that family tradition, and they'd like to serve you. Call 245-7302. Experience plus equipment equals excellence. Umstead Plumbing at 245-7302. Here's Amanda with the report for us from the Communication Center. Amanda, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report?
Well, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center has processed 414 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 57 for the emergency medical services, 24 for rescue, 98 calls to the Sheriff's Office, 79 for Forest City, 5 for Lake Lure, 23 for Rutherford County, and 52 for Spindale. Cliffside Fire Department had a structure fire assisted by Sandy Mush and Ellenboro. Cherry Mountain had a residential fire alarm. Chimney Rock had a motor vehicle crash. Forest City had a motor vehicle crash. Green Hill had a residential fire alarm. Lake Lure had a motor vehicle crash. Rutherford had a motor vehicle crash. And Sandy Mush had a motor vehicle crash. And that is all.
Thanks, Amanda. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye. 21 after the hour of 7 o'clock. Let's go over to Washburn Store today and have some Christmas shopping activities taking place. That'll be good. And they got aisle after aisle of things that you wouldn't normally think of buying for somebody, but it'd be a well-received gift. Besides that, they got toys for kiddos, and you can find a great selection of overalls for that person in your life and your family that love to wear overalls out when they're hunting or out working in the garage or working outside in the yard. Get them a pair of overalls that are made in the good old US of A. You'll find them at Washburn Store, plus a whole lot of other things. Some cold drinks there in the cooler, big hunk of cheese, Christmas candies. It's just a fun place to shop this time of year. And they're waiting for you to come see them. And they'd be glad to have you shop with them. They'd love to have your business this Christmas. That's Washburn Store between Bostic and Sunshine on the Bostic Sunshine Highway. They're ready to help you celebrate Christmas. Here's Ruby Taylor with the report from Danieltown. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's on that report?
Well, the fire department didn't have any calls, and on my birthday calendar I've got Joan Libera and Leah Jones having birthdays, and hope they have a nice day today. Then Mr. and Ms. Bob Handelsome is having an anniversary, and hope they have a nice day. Signs are in the secrets today and going to the thighs tomorrow. Jim, that's all I've got.
I do appreciate it, Ruby. Enjoy your day.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, here's what's happening tomorrow, a different kind of programming tomorrow morning at 8:30 here on WCAB. Word of Faith speaks out. Now, you've heard from the national accusers. Now it's time to hear from those being accused. No one is reporting their side of the story. Now you can hear that side. Starting tomorrow morning at 8:30, you can hear members of the Word of Faith Fellowship tell their side of the stories. They'll answer the questions that you've been asking, and they'll you'll find out information about what you think has been, whether what's been told is true or not. And this program will be an ongoing series paid for by Word of Faith Fellowship. And I know there's a lot of controversy in that respect, but both sides need to be heard. We've not been hearing but for one side, so the Word of Faith is stepping forward, and you'll hear them tomorrow morning address some of these issues that they've been written about in the papers. So that'll be tomorrow morning, 8:30, right here at WCAB Live, here from the Blue Room. Now we're heading toward the Blue Room. We're here in the Blue Room. Good morning, Steve. We're up at Rumley Ball this morning.
We got the blues over here too.
Well, we can be happy about this spring-like weather we're going to have today.
I know. Look here, it's 46 degrees, but it feels like 26 out there with that wind hustling. It's really knocking things around. It makes a difference.
Yep.
In how you feel, and it's not fun to stand out around in it right now. So.
Well, that wind's supposed to slack off some today, only about 6 miles per hour after daybreak gets going here, but it's not going to be as windy today. I don't think it has been, not according to what I have down here.
Well, it'll serve us well if the wind does die down. We'll take that.
I'll take it.
Well, yesterday, when the sun came out, when we could see past a few feet past the security gate, we noticed that there was a tree down over here on a power line, and it had brought the power line about 6 feet above the ground. And why it didn't cut our electricity off, I don't know.
Wow.
And it wasn't sparking, so we just so happened to look over there, and there it was. But the dude came out and did what needed to be done without any loss of service, so we certainly appreciated that.
Probably caught it
very
just
much.
in time.
Yeah, so just to be, and also I think it had something to do with some interruption of some services for AT&T. But anyway, don't want to lose that power. Happens too often, so anytime you get lucky with one of those situations, we count our lucky stars.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So we're other than that, it's been quiet. I got Gary in here this morning, gave me a report. It's been quiet the last 24 hours, so we're not much going on over here right now in terms of incidents or delays or any problems. So we are good.
Well, let's keep it calm and safe up there, and we'll check back in the morning and see if it's been happening.
Okay, Jim.
Thanks, Steve.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice and quiet there on the Rumbling Ball hillside, 26 past 7 o'clock. We thank you, all of you who have already begun to participate with us in helping our Christmas family and their needs this year. So many of you are very generous. Every year we can know that you're going to reach out and help whatever the needs are, and many of you are doing that already. We have our tree up in the lobby. Folks are bringing gifts in. We don't know what all we're getting yet. We'll be going through some of those and finding out where the needs are, and we'll wrap some of the presents up and give them to the kiddos. And so it's a fun time to be generous to help those folks in need. Thank you so much for that. 26 past 7. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697. Well, you know, you look a lot like Bob Hodge from Hudlow. Is that right?
That's right.
How you doing, Bob?
Oh, doing just fine this morning. Winds are blowing out here, and that wind's cool this morning.
Yeah, they can cut that wind out any time now. It'll be just fine.
That's right. We can do without that wind there, 'cause when the wind blows, it just seems like it goes all the way through you there. So.
Yes, it does.
But looks like the sun might come up over. It's supposed to be a little warmer today, and well, the next few days there, so maybe it'll warm back up a little bit. And Jim, up here with the fire department during the night is quiet. We answered one medical call earlier, and that's about it with the fire department. And 1 week from today is winter time comes in, so.
Boy, you're sure right about that.
But look like it's already been in to me there. So. But next Thursday is the shortest day of the year there. And I was looking on my garden, my calendar here, and it says snow that day, so I don't know.
On the what, next Thursday?
21st, yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I was looking on this past weekend, it just missed it one day. It says snow the 10th, so it's just about on the dot there. I mean,
oh, wow. It's pretty accurate, pretty close to being accurate. My printed down forecast doesn't run any further than Wednesday, so I can't be much help there.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Jim, things are running along good up here, so I hope you have a good day, and I guess I'll be talking to you in the morning.
All right, Bob, keep a few rocks in your pocket if you go outside, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Bye-bye.
One of the hottest things going on in automobile world today is the fuel-efficient Ford Escape from Sisk Family Ford. You get more value for your money with the Ford Escape, and you'll appreciate the comfort and the value in this remarkable automobile. Try one on for comfort today at Sisk Family Ford, and whenever you need top-of-the-line service on any automobile you own, be sure to bring it to the experts at Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Hello, this is Phyllis with Loveless Financial Group. Christmas is that special time when we remember. I remember that special time when all of the sisters and their families would come to Mama and Daddy's. We always came on Christmas Day. Turkey, dressing, ham biscuits, and Mama's coconut cake. From the time I was a little girl, Mama had a nativity set that always had a place of importance in our home. Then there came the time when I must make my own traditions. Cooking for the family has always been special. For me, over 30 years ago, I bought a beautiful ceramic nativity set. When I place it in my home, I remember the faithfulness of our Lord Jesus. It wouldn't be Christmas without the music. Remember, God wrote the song. What can I bring to Him this Christmas, who has done so much for me? I will give Him my time, my life, and I will give Him all that He requires of me. I will adore Him forever. I hope as you prepare for Christmas, you will make room for Jesus. Our churches need you, and I know what a blessing it is to be a part of God's family of believers. So from Loveless Financial Group, Al, Lynn, and myself, we wish for you and your family a blessed Christmas and a prosperous New Year. This is Phyllis saying Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye for now.
Thanks very much, Phyllis. Now let's move over to our Cherry Mountain Fire District and get the report from Sue Price this cool morning. Sue, good morning.
Good morning. And I'm a lot cooler than you are. I've got 24 this morning.
Really?
It's cold over here. But
I've
anyway,
moved up to 47 already, my thermometer.
That sounds good. Maybe we'll get there after a while. Yeah. It'll be a nice day. Well, let's see. I think the fire department answered a fire alarm and don't have any birthdays on any of my calendars today. Just nobody celebrating that I know of. So just one of those days. And I hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day today. And in my announcements, the Golden Valley Community Club will be meeting on the 18th. And it'll be our Christmas get-together. We'll be having a covered dish meal and our little meeting. And then we'll have a game. So be sure and bring your $5 gift to use in the game. And let's see, Duncan's Creek will be having their Christmas program Sunday at 11 a.m. the worship service, and then a covered dish meal at 5 p.m. And Fairview will be having, let's see, their Christmas program is on the 20th, and then they're going caroling on the 23rd, starting at leaving at 5:30, and they'll come back to the fellowship hall for a soup, sandwich, and dessert at 6:30. So keep that in mind. And they're having a special New Year's service with snacks afterwards. Let's see what Fairview's First Broad's having. First Broad is having their Christmas play Sunday, the 17th at 6 o'clock. And they're going caroling on the 20th. They'll leave at 6 o'clock. And they will be having a Christmas musical on the 24th at 11 a.m. And then at 10 p.m. a Christmas Eve service. So a lot of good things going on at the churches. So get out and enjoy some of it and celebrate what Christmas is all about. And I guess that's all we got this morning, Jim. It's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one.
Thanks, Sue. I will, and you too, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 7:34 here at WCAB in Rutherfordton. The Recliner Center drawing will be taking place next Friday morning, the 22nd, at about 8:45. So if you have yet gotten your card to us, not yet gotten your card to us, please do that. Keep in mind the postage, maybe post how late you can mail it and get to us in time, because we'll have to have it. We'll get it out of the post office on Thursday the 21st, because we'll not have a chance to check the mail prior to the drawing on Friday morning. So make sure it gets to us if you're mailing it by Thursday. If you want to bring it by, that's fine, but if we have to have it in our hands by the 22nd at 8:30 in the morning, so we can put them all together. And JD and Marie Shook will be over here to have that drawing, and we'll find out who's going to win the nice big new Lane leather recliner, and the little boy Spider-Man recliner, and the little girl bicycle. Give all three of those away next Friday. So the kiddos can send us a card. Be sure you put your age there so we'll know it's a kid. And then parents, adults, you don't have to put your age. So it doesn't matter about that. But we do want to know the kiddos if they send something in. All right, we'll get to the Union Mills reporter in just a moment. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304.
Health insurance is complicated, and with healthcare reform on the way, it's not getting any simpler. If you've got questions, we've got agents. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent can walk you through the changes and offer you the right healthcare plan with the right benefits for you. Healthcare may be changing, but our superior service isn't. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
All right, we're checking in now up at Union Mills and find out what the temperature is on the front porch. Brenda Kelly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this tremendous Thursday morning?
I'm just waiting till Santa Claus comes.
I'm telling you, have you got your shopping done?
Almost.
Oh, well, you're ahead of the game, ain't you?
Closer than I've been in a while, I'll tell you.
maybe them grandbabies ought to come down for Thanksgiving more often, get you jump started.
Yeah, the secret to that is you got to get it in the mail early. So that's why I've had to do a little shopping early this time, so we can get it to them in time for Christmas.
I know it because Christmas Eve's on a Sunday, so that makes it, one day less.
Yeah, really early.
Yeah. But anyway, we hope everybody's having a good day. It's going to be warmer today. The sun is fixing to come up over the hill here. I'm sitting looking out at it, and the wind's not blowing too bad right now, so everything's looking good. I've got 28 degrees on the front porch. Birthdays today, we got Hunter Larry, and an anniversary for Brandon and Carrie Moore. Yeah. And I don't have anything on Round Hill. I don't have any announcements. It's just short, sweet, and quiet, but we're glad you're back up and running full speed this morning.
Yeah, they got that fixed maybe 30 minutes or so after we got off the air yesterday. Some power outage in Rutherford, they told us. So it affected, I don't know how many people, but it knocked off the transformer over there. But those things happen from time to time. I'm just glad they got Johnny on the spot and got it fixed up real soon.
That's right. The best thing to do is listen to WCAB and tell about it there, and they'll get right on it.
You said that right. Absolutely. We don't want anything happening over Christmas time.
That's right. And I was sorry to hear about Todd's mother-in-law.
Yes, I was sorry to hear about that as well.
Yeah, I used to work with her years ago.
Oh, really?
Years ago at A&E Plastics. Yep, sure did.
Well,
I spent 8.5 years of my life in that place.
Really?
Yeah.
A&E Plastics.
Yeah, that was the hardest job I ever had in my life.
What'd they make there?
Coat hangers.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do anything in there except set a mold, and they were going to teach me to do that, but one of the boss men just said something one morning didn't set too good with me, and when I clocked out that evening, I said, "Sire, not, it's been good to know you." And I said, "Oh, you'll be back." I said, "No, I won't," and I hadn't.
Didn't even look back, did you?
Nope, didn't blink an eye. Nope.
What's the best job you ever had?
Working at Fairhaven.
Really?
Yeah, I love that. I love the people. I have a special place in my heart for, I don't know if you call it people that's in need or what, but because of so many personal things in my life, where like my little sister, and then I've got other cousins and the nephews and things that we would say not perfect.
Yeah.
Look at somebody, So when it was time for people to come down there, I just had a special place in my heart for them, and I would be there an hour early, and I'd visit with them and talk to them and just do little things for them. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, there need to be more people like you in life.
Well, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it, and I had 19 years there, so it was good.
I've always felt like people who are in nursing or who are in healthcare business like that, who look after other people, I've always felt like they were special people because they have to give of themselves to do the job right. And to be a nurse, looking after people like that who are sick, or it's always, to me, they're special people.
That's right, and I had a conversation with somebody this week just about what you just said, and I said they should be paid more than anybody else in the workforce because it's very demanding, and it's 24/7, 365 days a year. You can't shut a hospital down. You can't shut a nursing home down for a week and take off for Christmas or 4th of July. Somebody all the time got to be working.
Yeah. Medical profession gets a lot of bum raps a lot of times about cost of various things, but it's not the nurse's fault. They do their job. It's up the line of administration and bureaucracy of all healthcare and all that. But the nurses, we need to take our hats off to them.
And doctors too. They're on call all the time.
That's exactly right. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a day and be kind to them.
We'll do that. We'll do
that.
We'll do that.
That's right. Put them in the Hall of Fame.
Matter of fact, we ought to do that today. We don't have a Be Kind to. We'll just give a big shout out to all the nurses today.
There you go. Sounds good.
All right.
Okay. There you go.
Well, I hope you have a good day.
Have a good one. We'll catch you later.
Thanks. Bye-bye. And that's Brenda Cowley with a report from Union Mill, 741. More than 1 million Americans have heart attacks each year. And if you or a loved one experiences symptoms of a heart attack, every second matters. That's why the emergency department at Rutherford Regional Health System is a chest pain accredited facility. What does that mean to you? It means quality care here at home that could save precious seconds when treating the symptoms of heart attacks. To learn more about Rutherford Regional and its commitment to safe quality care, visit myrutherfordregional.com.
Your car only needs one place to prepare for the cooler months ahead. RS Speedy Lube, Railroad Avenue, Ruth. RS Express Inspection Station can get you back on the road and keep you legal. RS Speedy Lube Station has 2 lanes to get you in and out in no time. They carry wiper blades and will rotate your tires. Complete car care altogether, including transmission flush and car wash. Count on Chris and his team to take care of all your car needs. Make it your first stop. RS Speedy Lube Service Center, Railroad Avenue in Ruth.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
All right, let's check in with Ellenboro. See if we got a spokesman over there that can give us the news. Good morning, sir. You in Ellenboro this morning?
Yeah, I am in downtown Ellenboro in the heart of the place to be.
Mr. Sweet Thing.
It's a sweet time and home a sweet thing. But it's quiet there. There's nothing going on. Everybody just getting their coffee, heading on out up the river to go to work. Let's see, the fire department, they went down to Cliffside and trained the motor this morning. Whatever, they got canceled. Then they went back in to Cliffside and looked for another place and got canceled on that one. And this morning about 3:15, they had a medical call, but it didn't get canceled on that. They had to make that one. Let's see, I want to remind everybody too, the big Cake 7 jar coming up this Saturday, be from 9 to 1:30 out here at the Warmers Pub. So that'd be a good time to get you some sweets on hand there. And then Monday afternoon from 4 to 8 down there over Young Massachusetts, going to be having a blood drive down there. So everyone's invited down there to come on by. And let's see, we want to wish happy birthday day to, let's see, Molly Hopper's got one, and Joey Butler has one, and Kenny and Leslie Mace down here, they're having a wedding anniversary day. So hope they all have a great day and enjoy their day. Jim, you have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Luther. Enjoy your day and be careful over there, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, take care now.
Bye-bye. And we're asking you to call your birthdays into us for the 14th day of December. This is the 14th. And if you're celebrating, it's time to ring the bell. 287-3356. Todd's standing by to take your call. And we'll see who's going to win the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's this morning. 287-3356. And we are giving a big shout out to all the nurses in the medical profession this morning.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style of furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherford.
And be sure to remember that Friday, a week from Friday, on the 22nd, the Recliner Center will be giving away one of those nice new leather recliners. If you just get your card to us, you'll be in the drawing. Now, remember also that the Southern Carpet office there in Forest City, it's a long-time tradition of quality workmanship, quality products, above-board transactions, and everything they do, honest and fair deals. They got a great, great reputation. And you'll do yourself wise by doing business at home with them. So if you get ready to put on some Armstrong vinyl or some hardwood floors or ceramic tile or some beautiful carpet, check with them at Southern Carpet before you do more than you should somewhere else. Check them out on the web at southerncarpet.net and you'll see some of the beauty of what they have to offer. Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street, right across from North State Gas Company.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
There's really something to crow about. It's the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's in Spindale. Get yours today. While they're fresh, they're good, they're delicious. It's Daylight Donuts. It's something to crow about.
Happy birthday.
Well, let's see who we have at Be Kind to today. We're giving a big shout out to the nurses and medical professions. By the way, we don't have a Be Kind to for tomorrow, Saturday, or Monday. So if you know somebody celebrating birthdays you want us to be kind to, you can call that to us now, 287-3356. Emily Weiss is having a birthday. Also today, looks like Harmony Jones is 5. And Hunter Lowry is also celebrating birthday. And Bandon and Carla Moore's anniversary is today as well. So happy birthday and happy anniversary. We'll find out who's going to win the Daylight Donuts in just a moment. Chris Halk over in Spindale is also having a birthday today.
The story is told of a man who grabbed a ride in a taxi to the airport. They had not gone far when a car whipped out of a parking space, cut them off, and forced them within inches of their fender. The curb lane driver turned around looking for the commotion, cursed, and yelled at the taxi driver and then left. The taxi driver waved and truly appeared friendly. When I asked him how he could be so calm and nice when the guy almost sent us to the hospital, I was surprised at his response. This is when my taxi driver taught me what I now call the law of the garbage truck. He explained that a lot of people go around collecting the garbage spewed out on them during the day. They end up angry, frustrated, and depressed, so they think they need to dump their garbage on someone else. While it may be nothing personal against you, you were the closest when the garbage truck decided to dump its load. So when someone yells at you or cuts you off in traffic or blocks your advancement, try not to take it personally. Successful people do not let garbage trucks control their day. Life's too short to wake up in the morning with regret, so love the people who treat you right. Pray for the ones who don't. Life is 10% what you make it, and 90% how you take it. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for these programs are sold in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
And a big congratulations going out to Emily Weiss this morning. Emily, not sure where Emily lives, so don't have any information other than a name. But she has won the Daylight Donuts this morning from Granny B's, and Emily will have a certificate over here for you to pick up and take it over to Granny B's and enjoy those donuts. Now hang around for the third hour. We got Dr. Bob in the holding office hours at 8:35 this morning, taking your questions on how to live healthy naturally.
MCN News. I'm Mike Riley. House and Senate Republicans are ready to end the year with a big gift for President Trump. They reached a tax reform compromise yesterday, combining the House and Senate tax bills that would cut taxes by more than $1.4 trillion over a decade. CBS News Chief Congressional Correspondent Nancy Cordes.
Senator, you're out of order.
In a contentious bipartisan tax conference Wednesday, Republicans insisted that under their plan, nearly everyone will pay less, at least in the short term.
It reduces tax rates for all Americans of all walks of life.
And they said an overhaul of this magnitude is long overdue.
Mecklenburg County is making progress in restoring online services after a foreign hacker commandeered the system over a week ago. 17 of 200 affected systems have been restored. Keith Gregg, Mecklenburg County's chief information officer, says.
What was the extent of the penetration? There are approximately 48 encrypted or infected servers out of 500. At this time, there does not appear to be any evidence indicating data leakage.
The FCC is ready to overturn net neutrality rules and allow equal access to the Internet. CBS News correspondent Peter King.
The rules guarantee access to all websites, but the FCC is expected to overturn them today. Its chair says they're unnecessary and actually work against consumers. Critics say the change will allow big companies to slow down or charge extra for access to competitors' sites. Several public interest groups say they'll take the FCC to court. Peter King, CBS News.
Davie County emergency officials have responded to a working fire call this morning at the house of Rayford Farms. Officials say authorities will also have to handle a chemical leak while fighting the fire. A Winston-Salem man has been sentenced to at least 25 years in prison for the 2016 shooting death of two of his neighbors. Zachary Wilson Hobbs could serve up to 31 years. You're listening to NCN News.
Add some power to your Christmas list this year. Right now, legendary fuel-powered steel chainsaws start at $179.95, and steel battery-powered blowers start at just $129.95. Deck your halls with power. Put a steel under your tree. Fuel or battery, find the steel power that's right for you. Search STIHL or find a dealer at steeldealers.com. All prices MSRP at participating dealers.
Okay, so tell me if this sounds like you at work. You find yourself bored by daily tasks. You can't focus during meetings. Your mind wanders constantly. You feel like you're stuck going through the same motions every day. Don't let that boredom take over your life. Next time you're spending your afternoon scrolling through Facebook, come on over and window shop on ncjobsnow.com. You might just find the new challenge you never knew you were looking for. It's waiting for you now at ncjobsnow.com. Don't let that boredom take over your life.
Democrat Doug Jones is preparing to represent Alabama in the U.S. Senate, but Republican Roy Moore is yet to concede Tuesday's special election results. CBS News correspondent Mola Linga.
Jones managed to pull off a coalition of black voters, white liberals, and even some conservatives who just couldn't vote for his opponent. But it was African-American women who helped carry the Democrat across the finish line.
I'm so proud of us as Alabamians and Black Americans, and just the fact that we realize the need to just get out and do what needs to be done to make a difference.
Alabama's Secretary of State says he'll certify the election results sometime between December 27th and January 3rd.
Democrats on a North Carolina Legislative Committee looking at potential changes to judicial election districts and the selection of judges walked out of a meeting on Wednesday after a Republican committee leader declined to hear from a retired judge that Democratic Governor Roy Cooper sent to speak on his behalf. Corning Corporation plans a new North Carolina factory in Durham and a distribution center in Edgecombe County for its pharmaceutical glass containers, creating about 430 jobs in the next 4 years. Toyota, the world's second biggest car maker, is beefing up its alliance with battery maker Panasonic in a bid to make batteries for green vehicles cheaper, safer, and easier to recycle. Lucy Kraft reports from Tokyo.
As countries around the world announce plans to eventually ban gas-powered vehicles, Toyota announced the tie-up with Panasonic is in line with its aim to accelerate in the environment-friendly car-making business. Toyota's goal is to boost its sales of hybrids, electric and fuel cell vehicles to 5.5 million units. That's half of Toyota's total sales by the year 2030. Lucy Kraft, CBS News.
Get your message to the thousands. Call the WCAB sales department today at 287-3356.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. A big entertainment merger. Disney, the parent company of ABC and ABC News, has reached a deal to buy many of the assets of 21st Century Fox, creating an entertainment giant. ABC Chief Business and Economics Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis.
Major deal for Disney and 21st Century Fox as well as consumers. The new combined company will include Fox's movie and TV studios and cable networks, and together the two companies will have 46 million subscribers around the world. Meantime, Fox News channels like Fox News and Fox Business, as well as Fox Sports, are not part of the deal. They will be offered to existing Fox shareholders in a new company, and like all acquisitions, this one is still subject to regulatory approval.
Disney CEO Bob Iger will stay on as head of the new company until at least 2021. Republicans say they are closing in on a deal to get tax reform and a bill on President Trump's desk before Christmas. ABC's Mary Bruce on Capitol Hill says that could mean some Americans will see a benefit in their pay stubs as early as February.
The IRS tells us that Americans benefiting from these changes could see less money withheld from their paychecks starting as early as February.
A still stunned political world is preparing to welcome a new member to the United States Senate from the state of Alabama. Here's ABC's Jim Ryan.
Since winning the special election on Tuesday, Democrat Doug Jones has heard from Republican leaders, including President Trump.
He congratulated me on the race that we won.
Jones has not heard directly from campaign rival Roy Moore, who's not conceding.
We have not received the final count to include military and provisional ballots.
And he again denied the sexual misconduct claims of 8 women, calling them
baseless and false allegations.
Tuesday's election results won't become official until later this month. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Official state certification of the election results could come as late as January 3rd. Today marking a solemn anniversary. It's been 5 years since the mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School that killed 20 students and 6 educators. This is ABC News.
When was the last time you said, I love? No, really. When was the last time you said, I love my pillow? We think we know why this is so difficult. Because your pillow sucks. That's right. As soon as you lay on it, it needs to be scrunched and adjusted, which some pitchman convinced you is a good thing. And in the middle of the night, it starts all over again. I Love My Pillow is not a cheap infomercial pillow. In fact, for the last 10 years, I Love My Pillow has only been available in the finest bedding shops. The secret to I Love My Pillow is in our proprietary homemade foam. I guarantee you'll be saying, I love my pillow. Go to ilovemypillow.com to get sized for your custom-made pillow, handcrafted in the heart of America. I guarantee this pillow won't suck or your money back.
Order now and get a free travel pillow. Just put promo code LOVE, that's promo code LOVE at ilovemypillow.com.
President Trump spends his day in meetings at the White House. ABC's Karen Travers is there with a preview.
President Trump will meet behind closed doors with the chairwoman of the RNC, Ronna Romney McDaniel. Their sit-down comes as sources say there are deep divisions and finger-pointing at the White House over who's to blame for Republicans losing that Alabama Senate seat this week. When President Trump endorsed Roy Moore last week, he pushed the RNC to jump back in the race with money and staffing. President Trump is said to be frustrated and angry and resigned to a more difficult political environment for Republicans at the start of the new year. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Dramatic White House exit here. Omarosa Manigault. Well, she is one of the Apprentice fame. She suddenly is leaving her job as an aide to President Trump and head of the White House Office of Public Liaison. She's now speaking out, telling ABC News about her stint in the White House, including her unhappiness with the president's handling of events in Charlottesville, Virginia. She told ABC's Michael Strahan this morning.
As the only African-American woman in this White House, as a senior staff and assistant to the president, I have seen things that have made me uncomfortable, that have upset me, that have affected me deeply and emotionally, that has affected my community and my people.
A winter blast is covering much of the Northeast this morning. A fast-moving system dumping snow from Minnesota into New England overnight. Another shot of Arctic air is on the way as well. This is ABC News.
My son had been injured and he was prescribed pain opiates. No one ever told us how highly addictive these drugs were. My reaction was shock. My son didn't get so deep into the dark, scary woods overnight, and it's no straight line coming back. For parents out there who don't have hope, I realize there's a lot of families that are torn apart, but families can heal. Young people can get better.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
North Carolina Tractor Supply, your Massey Ferguson dealer in Rutherford, has some really great ideas this year. This could be the year for you to get that Massey Ferguson you've been wanting. Stop by today and see what Massey Ferguson and Phil Sheehan at North Carolina Tractor Supply have for you. Check to see if you qualify for 0% financing. Today could be your day at North Carolina Tractor Supply, Railroad Avenue, Rutherford.
After a chilly start this morning, we expect temperatures to be a bit more mild than what we had yesterday, partly to perhaps mostly sunny, the high temperature in the upper 40s to mid-50s. Now, we do have a weak cool front moving through the area today, and what that will do is bring in a little cooler air for the day on Friday. Tonight will be partly cloudy with lows in the upper 20s to about 30. Friday is partly cloudy. It's a lot of thick upper-level clouds. High temperatures a little cooler with mid-40s to about 50. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
Mike, thank you very much. We're at 45 now. We've moved up pretty fast. Started out at 37 this morning, now at 45, and we're at 52 for our daytime high expectations, right? Moving up a little later on today, around noontime, I would think. And the wind is supposed to get a little lighter, according to this report. Southwest wind only 6 miles per hour, no heavy gusts, according to this report. Now, tonight drops back to 28, colder than we are right now. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, highs around 48, 28 on Thursday night, or rather Friday night. Then on Saturday, Sunday with highs around 53, 51 on Saturday night with light wind. And then on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it gets a little bit of mixture of some precipitation of some kind. Slow percentage, 30% on Sunday, 30% Sunday night, and 40% on Monday and Monday night. But it's a mixture of rain, possibly maybe some snow flurries, depending on the temperature where it is at that particular moment. Right now, though, it's beautiful out there. It's cold, but it's beautiful, and the wind's a little nippy. But other than that, it's a great getting up morning here in the foothills, and I thank you for joining me for the early morning wake-up call. Congratulations to Emily Wiest. Emily won the Daylight Donuts this morning from the random drawing that names are called in. We do have some dates open for the Be Kind To for tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow and Friday, Saturday, and Monday, and in December the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 27th, 28th, and 29th. All those dates are open for the Be Kind To. So if any of those fit your birthday or somebody that you know's birthday or anniversary, call that into us and let Todd flag those for you. And we'll be kind to you or someone that's dear to you on those dates. Again, those dates are Friday, December the 15th, Saturday the 16th, Monday the 18th, and then the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Those dates are open for the Be Kind To. All right, we've got news from here and there coming up in just a few moments. Dr. Bob's in at 8:35, all the straight ahead exclusively on WCAB. You know, the gift everybody would like to have is at Norman's Coins. Betty has all the Christmas rounds, the Silver Eagle, all proof sets, the Morgan and Peach Dollar, gold pieces, and just about anything a coin collector would like to have. To make it more appealing to give coins, now is the fact no more sales tax on coins. Norman's Coins has a $1,000 bill and a Beckler dollar coin. It's an exciting place to buy gifts for that special person in your life. Any questions about coins and currency, Betty has the answer. Norman's Coins, inside Butler's Jewelry and Loan, downtown Forest City. Let that gift earn its keep. There are plenty of drugstores around here, but not all of them offer the personal customer service that's offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team know waiting in long lines is not what you want to do when you're waiting on a prescription to be filled. They understand your need for prompt and accurate service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore. And if you haven't yet gotten your flu shot, be sure to go by the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Give them a call at 287-7117 and set up a good time for you to come by and get yours. That's 287-7117, or stop by Medicine Box of Rutherfordton for your flu shot. They're in the Napa Building, Charlotte Road, Rutherfordton. Now let's look at some stories being reported from here and there as we search other sources of news being reported. The Daily Courier is reporting about Ellenboro installing their new alderman. Liz Blanton, Pam Paget, and Lee Allen took the oath of office Tuesday night at the Ellenboro Town Council. Blanton and Paget are political newcomers, while Allen was reelected to the Board of Aldermen. A jury trial began Tuesday for 50-year-old Scotty Jemerson of Rutherfordton, who is charged with one count of statutory rape and sexual offense of an alleged victim above 6 years of age and one count of sexual offense in a parental role. Prosecutor Assistant District Attorney Garland Byers began Tuesday afternoon by calling accuser Lanaya Snow, 16, to the stand. She testified that she awoke the morning of November 13th to find Jemerson on top of her having sexual intercourse with her. At the time, Jemerson was the live-in boyfriend of Snow's mother. Snow was in the 7th grade at the time. That case has begun. Lake Lure new mayor, first since 2009, was sworn in, and they honored the outgoing mayor, Bob Keith, with a plaque and a gavel at the ceremony. Bob Keith serving as mayor for some years. Daily Courier also has doing another story from the Associated Press about the accusations of Word of Faith. And tomorrow morning, of course, at 8:35, the Word of Faith will be speaking out. and you'll get to hear their side of the story. We're reading all about all the accusers. We're not hearing anything about those being accused. So this is the opportunity for that platform tomorrow. The Word of Faith Fellowship will be on the radio in the morning live, and it is a paid broadcast for them, paid by Word of Faith, to tell their side of the story. They'll be answering questions that you might have in your mind about why they do this, or why they've been accused of doing this, and why they don't do this. So those questions will be answered starting tomorrow morning. Every issue deserves a hearing, and this is their opportunity to step forward. We hope you'll tune in tomorrow morning at 8:30 for the Word of Faith Speaks Out program. Meanwhile, Rutherford County EMS emergency responders transported a woman to a waiting ambulance after she was injured in a two-vehicle collision Wednesday morning on Railroad Avenue at West Street, Rutherfordton. Edna Bridges of Spindale was driving a 2013 Kia and was attempting to make a left turn onto Railroad Avenue from the West Street when her car was struck by a champagne-colored Honda Civic that did not stop at the scene. The hit-and-run driver ran the red light, causing the collision. Witnesses said Bridges was taken to Rutherford Regional Medical Center for treatment. According to Officer Clint Tuttle, anyone who witnessed the accident or has any information on the hit-and-run driver is asked to call the Rutherfordton Police Department. Apparently, the driver drives a champagne-colored Honda Civic. If anybody knows somebody that way, you might want to give that information to the police department so they can follow up on somebody that's accused of hit and run. Well, here's two guys that got treated, I guess, rightfully so. Two men attempted to buy a car Tuesday in Charlotte, but there was a problem. They tried to use another man's ID to do it, and they showed up to buy the car and left in handcuffs. The men, 26-year-old Barrington Llewellyn and 34-year-old Antoine Miller, was arrested at the dealership in Indian Trail over near Charlotte. The man had been notified by the Identity Theft Protection Company that his credit had been checked by the dealership, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Indian Trail. Well, Union County Sheriff's deputies were called to the business, and the dealer called Llewellyn and Miller to tell them they were approved for the car. The two men soon arrived in a Land Rover, and Llewellyn went inside to sign paperwork for the vehicles using the stolen identification. Llewellyn was arrested and charged with identity theft and obtaining property by false pretense. Miller, who remained in the Land Rover, was also arrested. He also faces charges of obtaining property by false pretense. Well, hello, guess what? You don't get your car, you get these handcuffs. Come with me. Yep. All kinds of. I guess that's one good reason to have those identity theft companies involved with you. A Missouri woman is using an interesting technique to fight back against packages being stolen this holiday season. You know, sometimes the delivery company will come up to your door and leave the package on your doorstep or on your porch. This Missouri woman has come up with an interesting technique to fight back. Anna Nudo says she's tired of thieves taking packages from her and her neighbors, so here's what she does. She empties her cat litter box, tapes up a package, and leaves it in a strategically placed spot. Nudo says creative crime stopping helps her take out her frustrations. So when the crooks think they're stealing a box and they go open it to find cat doo-doo in there, I guess that sort of sets them back a little bit. Up in Burnsville, and you thought the moonshining days were over, right? Well, up in Burnsville, a man faces charges after officers discovered a moonshine still in Yancey County, and much more. Yancey County deputies and officers with the North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission were investigating a complaint of illegal trapping on December 1st when they found the still used to make moonshine in the Micaville area. The sheriff's office said officers also discovered more than 5 gallons of moonshine, marijuana in 67 jars, quart and pint size, as well as 9 firearms. Gary Allen Hoover, 56 of Burnsville, is charged with felony possession of marijuana, possession with intent to sell and deliver marijuana, maintain a dwelling for a controlled substance, possession of marijuana paraphernalia, possession and sale of non-taxed alcoholic beverage, that's the moonshine, manufacturing liquor with no permit, that's the moonshine, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Deputies say Hoover remains in the Yancey County Slammer under a $45,000 bond. He's expected to appear in court later this month. Well, another lawmaker is biting the dust. It's a Kentucky lawmaker. Republican lawmaker in Kentucky is facing sexual assault allegations, so he killed himself. Bullitt County Sheriff Donnie Tennell says Representative Dan Johnson shot himself Wednesday on a bridge in Mount Washington, Kentucky. Tennell confirmed the death to WDRB TV in Louisville. The 57-year-old Johnson was elected to the state legislature in 2016. On Monday, the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting published an account from a woman saying Johnson sexually assaulted her in the basement of his home in 2013. Louisville police investigated that matter but closed the case and did not file charges. Johnson told reporters Tuesday the accusations were totally false. He posted a message on Facebook Monday night saying that PTSD is a sickness that will take my life. I cannot handle it any longer. It has won this life, but heaven is my home. So he killed himself. I don't know. Well, there have been a lot of bear sightings down in Campobello. We think that we see them up a lot around Romney Ball, and even they've been spotted here in Spindale. But Campobello bears are out on the prowl at a time when they're supposed to be hibernating. DNR officials say warm weather brings them out to find food. This is where the mama and her 3 cubs were seen. Down in Campobello, the family says the sighting brought a little excitement to them. The 3 little bears are more than a story for, excuse me, Mrs. Bright. They're a reality, and she's got the pictures to prove it. Mrs. says, we started seeing the bears early Saturday morning after the snow early morning, and they've been back every night since then. Tom Swagaman works for the South Carolina DNR and says, the main thing you do is to keep your distance. They're not going to be aggressive 99% of the cases. They have a natural fear of people. If you'll just keep your distance and slowly back away from them, you'll be just fine. The big objective is to remove food sources from around your residence. Tom Swagacom tracks bear activity in the upstate. He says they're just out looking for food. Missy and her family removed dog food and food from their many bird feeders and even sunflower seeds. However, 3 days in a row, they keep showing up. Missy says, I know they're not after me there just for the food. We just have to make sure that when we go outside that no one is not standing there, and to protect the pits, we have to keep them indoors. So they're looking at bears. They got pictures of them. Mama bear up on the porch railing going after the bird feeder. So there you go. Well, we'll have the sheriff's report with Sheriff Chris coming up here in just a moment.
How does a year of free internet with Northland sound? Like staying up to date with social media.
That's right, family. I'm bringing this message to you. Free.
Or streaming all of your favorite movies.
Oh, John, I do love you.
Enter to win free internet from Northland by signing up for Northland's best offer of the year. Call 1-888-NORTHLAND or visit getnorthland.com to sign up today. Limited time offer. Must be at least 18 years or older to enter. Additional restrictions and conditions apply. See getnorthland.com/offers for details.
Did you know that Rutherford County's largest pediatrics practice has 5 providers to serve the children and youth of this area? And even better, Rutherford Children's Care is welcoming new patients. With 3 physicians and 2 mid-level providers, the group is available to examine, diagnose, and treat patients from birth to age 18. Rutherford Children's Care is conveniently located at 162 Commercial Drive in Forest City, just behind Big Dave's Restaurant. To schedule an appointment, call Rutherford Children's Care at 828-287-9325.
Hello, Morgan. Wait up.
Oh, hi, Palomino. Heard you had your nails done.
Yes, the farrier just left. Look at Thoroughbred with his fabulous new blanket.
Here he comes now.
My owner bought this fabulous blanket for me at Tam's. It's waterproof and cozy warm. And last week, my trainer had a stylish new helmet, new boots, and a crop. She also said she got them all at Tam's.
Well, I heard the young girls talking in the barn saying that's where they are Christmas shopping. Tam's has everything for the horse and rider, as well as great gifts for non-horsey people.
Well, I'm not sure I know any non-horsey people, but I heard that Tam's is the place to shop. Let's gallop on over to Tam's today.
Tam's is located at 661 Big Island Road, Forest City. That's in the Shiloh area, just off Highway 221, and a short drive from Tryon. Holiday sales are underway.
Now, Sheriff Chris Francis was on with us earlier, recorded the report for broadcast at this time.
In the last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 98 calls of service. There have been 14 arrests processed in the county jail. Totally incarcerated, we have 177. Among those arrested, Christopher Jamel Joyner, 32-year-old white male, Forest City, was charged with failure to appear and received a $1,000 secure bond. John Lester Maloney, 40-year-old white male of Boston, was charged with possession of burglary tools, received a $25,000 unsecured bond. Braxton Kelly Atkins, 16-year-old white male of Ellenboro, was charged with failure to appear, received a $2,000 secure bond. Ellen Pegram Hoppe, 64-year-old white female of Spruce Pine, was charged with 3 counts of failure to appear, received a $72,500 secure bond. Lee Ann Zimmerman, 49-year-old white female of Ruston, was charged with failure to appear and received a $3,000 secure bond. Robert Lee Scruggs III, 37-year-old white male of Ruston, was charged with failure to appear and failure to comply, received a combination of cash and secure bonds totaling $5,471.57. Richard James Yates, 44-year-old white male of Ruston, was charged with drug paraphernalia and received a written promise to appear. Kyle Alexander Whetstone, 24-year-old white male of Spartanburg, was charged with drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana, resist or obstruct delay, and carrying a concealed weapon, received a $7,500 secure bond. Sarah Elizabeth Odell, 24-year-old white female of Ruston, was charged with failure to appear, received a $6,000 secure bond. Among the incidents, we had a larceny, Raleigh Court and Ruston's, a Maytag washer dryer set valued at $199.95, 4 antique lamps valued at $400, a 20-inch TV valued at $150, and other various household items. We also had a larceny off of Ivan Trail in Bostic, where it appears to be a family member had stole the victim's checkbook in that incident. Jim, that's what we had to report today.
Make Smith's Drugs Gift Shop a place to find the perfect gift for Christmas. They have great selections of seasonal decorations and home decor, jewelry, handbags, clothing, toys, games, backpacks, scarves, boots, and more. Check out our Facebook page to see special discounted items on sale. We also have gift cards available which can be used at the gift shop, the soda fountain, or any department to make purchases. Come see us at the gift shop in Smith's Drugs at 139 East Main Street, Forest City. Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's Christmas time here at WCAB AM 590. Christmas cards galore, Christmas gifts for our family, and a whole lot of baking going on. Stand by now. Update on sports, and then Dr. Bob's in the Blue Room.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. College hoops last night, UNC Greensboro rallied for its third straight win, a 71-58 decision over Wilmington. Villanova remains unbeaten after winning its first game since climbing to the top of the AP men's basketball poll. Wildcats are 11-0 after a dominating first half and an 87-67 final over Temple. Jalen Brunson scored 22 of his career-high 31 points, while Villanova built a 46-29 halftime lead. Number 9 Texas A&M rolled over Savannah State 113-66, and 24th-ranked Texas Tech knocked off Kennesaw State 82-53. In the NBA, the Houston Rockets extended their NBA best winning streak to 11 games, and they did it at the hands of the Charlotte Hornets, a 108-96 final. Packers coach Mike McCarthy says Aaron Rodgers, after missing 7 games with a broken collarbone, is preparing to play Sunday against the Panthers in Charlotte. Ron Rivera says they expected the entire time to face Rodgers.
As far as I'm concerned, and I've told our guys, it doesn't matter who plays. We still got to play the Packers. If he's the quarterback, great. And if he's not, great. I don't think to us it should be the big deal. They said that he was going to be back for our game. That's what we expected him to be back. So I don't want our guys getting caught up in it. I want our guys focusing on getting prepared.
Posting a 3-4 record in Rodgers' absence, every game now must win for Green Bay's postseason hopes. They're one of 4 teams with at least 7 wins, and they're chasing Atlanta for the second wildcard berth in the NFC. An NFL spokesman says Commissioner Roger Goodell plans to step down once his newly signed contract extension expires after the 2024 season. Joe Lockhart says Goodell views the agreement as his final contract. Wofford coach Mike Ayers has announced his retirement from the Terriers football program. The 69-year-old made the decision on Wednesday. He leaves Wofford with 207 wins. That's the most in program history. This is NCN Sports.
Wearing a seatbelt saves lives. Every passenger, every seat, every time you get in the car. So don't forget to click it or ticket today. The Click It or Ticket program is brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program, a division of the North Carolina Department of Transportation, and is dedicated to promoting highway safety awareness to reduce the number of traffic crashes and fatalities in our state. Always buckle up, folks.
This message brought to you in partnership with the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Visit NCHSAA.org for more.
Add some power to your Christmas list this year. Right now, legendary fuel-powered steel chainsaws start at $179.95, and steel battery-powered blowers start at just $129.95. Deck your halls with power. Put a steel under your tree. Fuel or battery, find the steel power that's right for you. Search STIHL or find a dealer at steeldealers.com. All prices MSRP at participating dealers.
Most of the Power 5 basketball programs still on hiatus for exam week. Carolina, they've been idle since last Wednesday's whooping of Western Carolina, and with the 10 days off before they return to the court, Roy Williams talked about what he'd like to have accomplished before they get back to work.
Got to get better defensively, particularly defending big guys around the rim. Got to be more solid with our defense so people don't get direct drives to the basket. Got to rebound the ball even better. Everything looks great when the ball goes in the basket.
The Heels head back to the court Sunday. They're at Tennessee. The University of Louisville has filed a counterclaim to former basketball coach Rick Pitino's lawsuit. WDRB-TV reports the university is alleging negligence and wrongful conduct by Pitino. It's a counterclaim filed as part of Pitino's breach of contract lawsuit against the Louisville Athletic Association. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Kurt cuts a new deal, plus Dale Jr. on a new life.
Being finished with the season and knowing that you're not going to go back and start another one is a weird feeling. Stuart told me, he said that first year is a weird one. So I'm starting to maybe understand a little bit about what he meant.
And Stenhouse.
It's only really the 2 times that I run midgets all year, so it's always fun.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Have you written a book and want to get it published? Then call Page Publishing ASAP. We're looking for authors of all types of books. And unlike most publishers, Page Publishing will take the time to review each and every book submitted to us. And we'll give you our feedback. And if we like what we read, we will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, the Apple iTunes Store, Barnes & Noble, and other outlets. We handle everything: editing, cover design, copyright protection, printing, publicity, and distribution. So if you've written a novel, children's book, cookbook, inspirational work, poetry, or a biography and want to get it published, call Page Publishing now for your free author submission kit. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call.
800-296-1294. 800-296-1294. Once again, that's 800-296-1294.
It took a while, but Kurt Busch has signed a new contract with Stewart-Haas Racing, and Monster Energy will return as one of his main sponsors. Kurt joined SHR in 2014 and has made the season-ending playoff the last 4 seasons with 5 trips to victory lane. Caterpillar, in the meantime, is maintaining its relationship with Richard Childress Racing and will continue to be the primary sponsor of Ryan Newman in selected events. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s career is over on the Monster Energy Cup Series, but out in Las Vegas told us that's a fact he's having a hard time getting used to.
It's felt weird, to be honest with you. Being finished with the season and knowing that you're not going to go back and start another one is a weird feeling. Being away from the sport is so weird. I'm always going to want to be at the track and always going to want to be around the sport and involved in the competition somehow, some way. If I ever thought I was going to just quit cold turkey, I must have been kidding myself, because just being away for a couple days, it's difficult. You just it's something you just want in your life, and I'm lucky that I'll be able to continue to be a part of it going forward next year with our Xfinity stuff and the broadcast booth. No regrets, no second thoughts. It's just certainly going to take some getting used to. Stewart told me, he said that first year is a weird one. So I'm starting to maybe understand a little bit about what he meant.
Meanwhile, former drivers Donnie Allison and Terry Labonte have been voted into the National Motorsports Press Association Hall of Fame, along with former crew chiefs Jake Elder and Buddy Parrott.
Drivers, start your engine!
NASCAR speeds to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Pennzoil 400 and a triple-header showdown.
Green flag waves and we're underway.
Tickets are going fast.
Keselowski uses the high line.
Great seats starting at $59 and kids pay just $10.
4 wide getting into turn 3.
Call 800-644-4444 or select your seats at lvms.com.
Truex will get the edge.
Plan now for the NASCAR triple header. March 2nd through 4th at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will run a couple of sprint car races in December. One is in Des Moines, Illinois. The other is the Chili Bowl in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
It's always a fun race just to go hang out with people that, you don't get to race with as often. And a lot of people that, you grew up racing with. And it's fun watching them throughout the season and going and getting to run a midget. It's only really the 2 times that I run midgets all year. So it's always fun.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you by Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt, at Insurance Service Associates about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301, at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
After a chilly start this morning, we expect temperatures to be a bit more mild than what we had yesterday, partly to perhaps mostly sunny, the high temperature in the upper 40s to mid-50s. Now, we do have a weak cool front moving through the area today, and what that will do is bring in a little cooler air for the day on Friday. Tonight will be partly cloudy with lows in the upper 20s to about 30. Friday is partly cloudy. It's a lot of thick upper-level clouds. High temperatures a little cooler with mid-40s to about 50. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
You're going to see a change in the temperature here pretty soon. The sun's coming up. Right now we're at 47, and it's going to be climbing to about 52. And the wind may be dying down somewhat today as well. Tonight we'll drop it back to 28 for the overnight low. Highs around a north wind about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, can't speak now. I washed my tongue this morning, Dr. Bob. I can't do a thing with it. Friday looks like partly cloudy skies. Highs around 48. And Friday night clear, lows around 28. And we got a beautiful Saturday coming our way as well.
Healthy Life Anecdotes is paid for by Dr. Bob Crummy. The opinions expressed on this program by Dr. Crummy are not necessarily those of the owner and staff of WCAB. You are invited to call your questions in live now to Dr. Bob at 287-3356. And now live in the studio, here is Dr. Bob Crummy.
Dr. Bob, good morning.
Good morning, Jim Bishop. It's great to be with you again on this cold morning.
It is,
beautiful blue room in WCAB.
I like your new hairstyle.
Well, thank you. My son gave me a haircut. Red Crummy. I think he might retire and become a barber. I'm not sure.
Well, we got to have it this morning. So far, we do not have any questions, but if folks want to call those in, the phone lines are clear at 287-3356. But I know you always come with information worthy of our listening.
I do, and I'm still writing and deciding what to put in the book and what not to put in the book. And I wrote something here that I think, it's kind of like I like to read it to everybody. And the nice thing about me reading it, you can say, don't put that in your book. But there are many cures for life-threatening illnesses, and you or we may become aware of them if we simply make an effort to find them. Wisdom is ancient and in reality is not a secret. Cures are relatively easy for us to find if we read the writings, research, and newsletters by Ty Bollinger and Bill Henderson and Dr. Mizkozy, Dr. Sears, and numerous others. The importance of nutrition, exercise, yoga, aquarobics, something called PIHO, P-I-H-O. That's kind of a form of yoga, I think. And our attitude, meditation, prayer, avoiding and identifying toxins, taking control of your life, strengthening our life. When we are forced to confront our mortality or the mortality of a member of the family or friend, a different perspective takes hold of us, and we realize that science and technology offer no solution to a lot of these crises. We become aware of the corruption in medicine and in life. In seeking out wisdom, we engage in life fully and meaningfully. We discover the joys of living. We become healthy and boost our immune system. You know, one of the best lines I use, I love one-liners, and I read the book Your Erroneous Zones by Wayne Dyer. Great book. And he used the line in there, do it. Just do it. And so, you know, like I woke up early this morning, it's about 5 o'clock, and I thought, well, I should go to Lifestyle and work out. And then I laid there for a while, and I thought, well, no. And then I said, do it. And I got up, got dressed, and went there and had a great workout. Oh, I also, along with this road, don't forget the fruits of the Spirit. I talk about those a lot. Love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-confidence. Respect your body. Avoid overindulging in anything, food, alcohol, smoking, etc. Gravitate toward what is nourishing and run from unhealthy, toxic situations. Enjoy learning and keep or develop an attitude of gratitude. It helps to study the power of the healing herbs. Read books by John Hinnerman, Heinerman. He wrote The Power of Healing Herbs, and Dr. Hinnerman introduces 50 drugs. No, I'm sorry, not 50 drugs, 50 herbs. And I'm going to read these herbs real quickly. Alfalfa, aloe vera, bayberry, black cohosh, black walnut, blessed thistle, bucca, butcher's broom, Cascara sagrada. Now, have you ever heard? I had not heard of Cascara sagrada until about a year ago. Well, it is the world's best laxative. And it has several features about it, that others don't have, and they kind of warn you about those. But it absolutely is something that everybody should use on a couple of occasions, maybe once a month. Catnip, cayenne pepper, cherry, chervil, chickweed, dandelion, donquois, echinacea, evening primrose. Now, Hinnerman, in his book about the power of herbs, said that his brother got multiple sclerosis and that he cured his brother by giving him evening primrose oil, 3 capsules, 3 times a day. And he said in a month, no signs of MS. Eyebright, fennel, feverfew, garlic, ginger, ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba improves the circulation to our brain. If you're having memory problems, very often it's simply due to the fact that the small blood vessels in your brain aren't open real well. And if you open them up and they carry the blood to the neurons, then the memory problems kind of straighten out. Feverfew, garlic, ginger, ginkgo biloba, I said those are. Ginseng, golden seal. Now, another word for golden seal is yellow root, and that stuff is fantastic. The mothers around Rutherford County used to give it to their family members twice a year, and because of that, they just didn't get sick. It really boosts your immune system. Hawthorn. If you've got any kind of cardiac arrhythmias, hawthorn is really a great herb for that. Something called horsetail. Juniper, kava kava, licorice, milk thistle, myrrh, peppermint, raspberry, sarsaparilla, red clover, skullcap, slippery elm, St. John's wort, Yucca ursi. Now, Yucca ursi is something that also is supposed to dissolve kidney stones, I think. Valerian root, yarrow. The information by Dr. Hinnerman is informative and practical. It's easy to understand. The two last pages of the book's about 60 pages. The two last pages, he defines the use and the history of herbs, and it ends with the 2 pages devoted to teas and extracts, how to make them, how to use them, and so forth, and a lot of very practical suggestions. I was surprised that he did not mention kudzu or olive oil. However, there were over 500 herbs that the Native American used, and those 50 that I just named are herbs that the American Native used. And they used them successfully too, you know.
Got a couple of questions here if we want to take a little break from that and answer these questions. What is the benefit of lowering blood? What is the benefit of lowering blood? I can't even speak. What is the benefit of lowering blood sugar?
Well, I think the most important thing is how you feel. You know, a lot of times people will. Now you can measure your blood sugar, you know, very easily with little instruments we can buy, but if, let's see, the advantage of lowering blood sugar.
Second part of that question, I guess, goes to the second part of it. Is there a natural way to cure diabetes?
Yes, and you can do it. If you develop diabetes as an adult, that's called adult onset diabetes, type 2. And according to all of the doctors who are practicing alternative medicine, it is curable. Basically, you just cut carbohydrates out. They say we are creating it by taking in too many carbohydrates. When we take in too many carbohydrates, we convert that to sugar, and then we convert the sugar into fat. So I guess if you have the high blood sugar, you're going to be making more fat. That's kind of ignorant. I don't know. But listen, I can tell you ways to lower blood sugar. And my oldest son, Robbie, developed diabetes. And he developed it simply because he decided to lose some weight. He got up to about 280, I think. And he started taking this drink that you buy that fires you up with a lot of caffeine in it.
I can't think of the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Red Devil or something like that. And when you take that, like he would drink 2 or 3 of those a day. Now he lost weight, boom, boom, boom. But in the interim, his blood sugar started going up high. And what happened was this diet kind of thing that gives you this energy drink burns up chromium, and chromium is just a little bit of it is necessary to make insulin, and so you were unable to make the insulin. Now the insulin is what gets the sugar out of the bloodstream, you know, and brings it the balance it's supposed to have. If you take in a lot of sugar, your body produces the insulin, and the insulin now converts the sugar into fat, and that's just stored energy for you. On the other hand, if you cut out carbohydrates and cut out sugar, what happens is you cut on another pump in the pancreas, and it's called the glucagon pump. And the glucagon pump converts fat. It breaks it down, and it converts it into sugar, so it helps you burn it quicker. So that's a good way to lose weight, or it's a good way to get your balance back. You just have to cut out the carbohydrates, and then you have to take chromium, and also cinnamon helps. Cinnamon capsules twice a day, chromium once a day, and you do that for a month. And most people their diabetes corrects itself.
Next question has to do with how many aloe vera tablets can you take per day for heartburn? How many can you take per day for heartburn?
Well, you can keep taking them until it busts your stomach open. You can take as many as you want. It won't do that. The aloe vera is something that really moves through your GI tract. And keep this in mind. Now, we've got about 30 plus feet of GI tract. You know, small intestines, large intestines, the esophagus going down. All of that is part. And you know, I think whatever you feel comfortable doing. Some people just feel comfortable taking 2 or 3 a day. Now, actually, when I have heartburn, I just drink I have aloe vera capsules, those gel capsules, but I take the aloe vera juice. It seems to me like that's much better to take for heartburn than capsule would be.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it before. I tried to take the aloe vera capsule before, and it gives me indigestion.
Mm-hmm.
But drinking aloe vera juice, man, that's just calm, cooling, and refreshing. So I don't do the capsule. I do the juice.
Yeah, and I would hearing that from you. Hearing that from you, I would say, hey, it's probably better to go to the liquid. You know, and it's the liquid's pretty inexpensive. Get a gallon of it for $6.40. That's hard to beat.
Yeah. And
you don't have to drink but an ounce or 2 or 3 times a day, or just once a day.
Pause, that refreshes.
Yes, it is. Beats Dr. Pepper anytime.
That's the last question we've had called in, but you can continue back on what you were doing a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. That was basically what I wanted to read. I wrote something in here about improve senior moments. Senior moments are called mild cognitive impairment, and the initials for that is MCI. So there's been research done on people who have the senior moments, and those individuals, it shouldn't surprise you, but they progress to Alzheimer's at a much higher percentage than someone who doesn't have those senior moments. There's a book, The Secrets of Underground Medicine, and this is Dr. Gerverhouse writes about that. You can go to the website if you want to find out about senior moments, and the website, it would be naturalhealthresponse.com. So naturalhealthresponse.com will get you information so that you can get a newsletter, and you can and usually once a month they discuss a different disorder from a practical point of view, like what can I do about it without going to the doctor, and what can I take about it. And most of the time, the importance of the things we've talked about, like the exercise, the proper nutrition, avoid toxins, those kinds of things. But when they talk about things that are kind of almost impossible, the typical neuron, a neuron is just a brain cell. The typical neuron contains over 30,000 mitochondria, and these 30,000 mitochondria that are in a nerve cell, they transfer electrical energy from one cell to the other and keep our brain functioning properly. Now, I don't know that's going to be of any help to anyone, but it's kind of interesting. It's interesting to me that something so small, you have to take the microscope and magnify it hundreds of times just to see the neuron. And now for them to talk about, what did I say, 3,000? 3,000 mitochondrial. But it ends up, though, with the suggestions that if you're having trouble with senior moments, coenzyme Q10, and there's something called PQQ. And those are both things that you can get from the website that I gave you, naturalhealthresponse.com. PQQ. It would have been 3 pages to try to explain what PQQ was, and so I just thought I'd write it down and let let someone else figure it out. The coenzyme Q10 is fantastic. Sometimes I'll just say to people, if you don't do anything except take that, especially if you're over 60, it's great stuff. Do you take coenzyme Q10?
I do, yeah.
I do too. Yeah. How much should you take?
I think it's 50 milligrams.
I vary mine from 30 milligrams to 100 milligrams. But and you can actually get 200 milligram tablets of CoQ10, and you can also get 10 milligram tablets of CoQ10. And they just basically say, well, you can't take too much of it. It's a pretty safe thing.
I started taking it with 100 milligram, and it seemed to give me a headache, so I dropped back to 50 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems to work out fine.
Yeah.
I take it nighttime.
And obviously, like I've got a couple of big bottles of 30 milligram size, and so obviously a lot of people do that. It seems to me like whether I'm taking 30 or 100, they both do about the same thing for me.
Morning and nighttime doesn't matter when you take it, right?
Right.
As long as you take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody over 60 should take them.
Mm-hmm. And it just makes everything function better. Your blood flows better and so forth, and that's really important. Let's see. Let me mention some of these magical things you need to have at home. The hydrogen peroxide. We talked about that a lot. Raw honey, garlic powder, clove powder. Clove is good for pain. Just half a teaspoon and a little bit of honey. Dr. Brommer's peppermint soap, easy to get. You can get it in most grocery stores. I know you can get it in Ingles. That's where I usually get mine. And that stuff is great. I brushed my teeth with it this morning. Shampoo my hair when I have some. By the way, Jim was kidding me earlier. My head is bald, folks, simply because we cut all the hair off yesterday. Aloe vera, everybody should have some of that. Aloe vera juice, olive oil, tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is fantastic for any kind of fungus or whatever. Usually you have to go to a health food store for that. Meditation every day, prayer every day, exercise. And also make sure you're getting magnesium and calcium, so that you can get a magnesium calcium capsule. Vitamin D, they come out with things like saying, hey, 70% of us are deficient in vitamin D. Same thing for vitamin C, same thing for vitamin E. And then ginkgo biloba, I talked about the magic of that in terms of improving circulation. It improves peripheral circulation. Like if you have numb hands and numb feet a lot, if you'll take the ginkgo biloba, it will straighten that out. It improves the circulation there, the same way it improves the circulation in the small blood vessels in the brain.
Now those multivitamins that you can buy, there's not enough of the vitamin D or E or C. There's not enough in that to really make it. You should take a separate vitamin D.
I think that probably some multivitamins will have it. And there's a guy named David Williams, and David Williams does nothing but research on vitamins and minerals, and you can actually get 8 capsules from him, and if you take those twice a day, according to him, it has enough of everything, the vitamin D and stuff like that. And let's see, I think he charges about $30 for a box with 60 of these folders, and each of them have 8 capsules in it. By the way, it's interesting swallowing pills. My wife used to have the most difficult trouble with a pill unless it was the size of a BB.
Yeah.
The size of a BB, she wouldn't have any trouble with that. Now, I take all 8 of those capsules at one time. Yeah. I put them in my mouth. I put a little water in there, slush it about, and just boom, one gulp, and it's gone.
I can swallow a handful too. Faye has the same problem. It's got to be a small one, but she can't swallow it.
Yeah.
So the things I take, she says, I can't swallow that.
Yeah.
I guess it's all a matter of...
Let me mention some of these magical things, though. Cayenne pepper is fantastic as an herb, and everybody needs to get, like I said, the multiple vitamin tablets. And by the way, what David Williams calls his multiple vitamins, Daily Advantage. Coenzyme Q10, we've talked about it. Omega-3 supposedly keeps your blood vessels clean. Now, the interesting thing is omega-3 flaxseed is loaded with omega-3. So you can take flaxseed oil capsules, or you can take fish oil capsules, either one. But I just got started on the flaxseed oil, and I take that. I used to have people come to me and they had coronary pain. They would have to take nitroglycerin once or twice a day. It would kind of scare them and this sort of thing. And I said, look, start taking omega-3 flaxseed oil capsule twice a day, and it'll clear that up. And it did. You know, they would call me and give me good feedback and say, hey, I haven't had any trouble with chest pain since I started on the omega-3 flaxseed oil.
Flaxseed oil.
Mm-hmm. Colloidal silver, a great antibiotic. Oregano, a great antibiotic. Curcumin, turmeric, ginger, apple cider vinegar, and honey. That twice a day supposedly gives you more energy and things go well.
Well, we're running out of time, Dr. Bob. Again, this Thursday morning, we're short on time today. It's running out, but we look forward to seeing you back here next Thursday.
I look forward to it.
Let me remind folks that tomorrow morning, a special program here in the Blue Room. Word of Faith speaks out. You've heard them. The national accusers. Now you can hear from the accused. No one is reporting their side of the story. Now you can hear it straight from them tomorrow morning, starting at 8:30. You can hear members of the Word of Faith Fellowship tell their side of the story. This program will be an ongoing series paid for by Word of Faith Fellowship. The views expressed on the program are not necessarily those of the management and staff, but we encourage you to listen tomorrow and get your questions answered. What have you heard? What have you been reading? And see how it stacks up to the actual things that are going on with Word of Faith. I'll answer your questions tomorrow morning at 8:35 right here on WCAB. Now we'll join North Carolina News already in progress.
The ACC Sports Journal is filled with the rumors, recruiting updates, and insider news that sports fans crave. It's the perfect gift for fans of the Tar Heels, Blue Devils, Wolfpack, Demon Deacons, and the rest of the ACC. Order your gift subscription now at ACCsports.com, and you'll save 60% off the cover price. That's a full year's subscription of 24 issues for just $39. Ordering is fast, and it's easy too. Just go to ACCsports.com right now and click on the big yellow Subscribe Now button. Order your gift subscription today, and we'll also send you a card letting your favorite sports fan know it's a special gift from you. Don't miss out on this offer. Go to ACCsports.com now and click on the Subscribe Now button.
A Kentucky state lawmaker accused of molesting a teenager is dead from an apparent suicide. Police say 57-year-old Dan Johnson shot himself yesterday on a bridge not far from his home outside Louisville. A day earlier, he denied molesting a 17-year-old girl in 2013. CBS News correspondent Mark Strassman is in Frankfurt.
On Monday, the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting published an article alleging that in 2013, Johnson molested a then 17-year-old girl from his church at a New Year's party. Johnson allegedly